Right, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about a situation that occurred between two influencers at like an influencer event. There's two main people you need to be aware of here. The first one being Flora, a TikTok of about 11,500 followers. And the second person is Sarah, a TikTok of about 55,000 followers. Now this situation all seemed to start at a L'Oreal Paris event. The original video has been deleted, but we can get a good idea of what the video was from a stitch that was done by a user called Julia Grandoni, who we're actually going to come back to a little bit later on. But in the first few seconds of this video, we actually get to see what the original video was, and it's this one right here with the text saying trying to exist as an introvert, and we can see that this is Flora at this like red carpet photo opportunity type thing going on here, and then in a second we're going to see Sarah come into the frame. Yep, so as we can see, Flora's got a picture, and then this is Sarah right here kind of stood right next to her, and then it goes into the stitch. Like I said, we're going to come back to that. But from that original video, the way it looked and how most people took it was that Flora was getting a picture taken, and Sarah was just like, you know what, fuck you, you're not getting your picture taken, this is my opportunity. Without any context, that's how it kind of comes across, right? So Sarah started getting a bunch of hate. I'm not entirely sure how many people got to watch the video in the end. From what I've seen with people's like reaction videos, they're saying like the video's got millions of views, so it went viral, right? A lot of people saw the video, and then Sarah decided to respond in her own video.
I think that I need to clear the air about a video that is currently circulating of me at an event last night to provide some context that was left out.
Yeah, so you'll see some text on screen here says addressing golden/yellow dress gate. This is basically what people were calling like this drama, right? Like, you know, you have like tattoo gate and all this stuff. This was the golden dress gate. Now, as the video goes on, Sarah goes on to show some like pictures and video of the actual event, more specifically waiting in queue to get this like photo op.
There was this red carpet where everyone was taking photos both before and after the event. I took them after. There was about 25 to 30 women in front of me, 25 to 30 behind me, and I had waited about 20-30 minutes until I got to the front of the line. This is a screenshot of a video I took from earlier in the night, but here is what the line looked like, and then the stage was over here. This is the only video that I have of the line right before I was about to take my picture.
Okay, so you get the basic gist of it, right? People clearly wanted to take a picture in front of like this board with like the red carpet, and it was a queue. Sarah mentions that she was waiting for about half an hour to be able to take this photo, and now goes on to say that Flora actually cut in line.
My friend steps in and I take his photo, and I was right after him. This is the video. He had cut in front of me, but I still carried on with my photo because I had just waited all that time in the line. I want to be so real and transparent. Yes, could I have said, hey, like, you should wait your turn? Heck, invited her into the photo with me. I didn't care about getting a solo shot. Never intentionally try to make somebody feel unwelcomed or uncomfortable.
Now, obviously we weren't there, so we don't know for 100% fact exactly what's happened here, but multiple people have came out with their own videos who were actually at the event and have backed up Sarah's story, basically saying that Flora cut in line, and that's why Sarah was like, you know what, I'm taking my photo because I waited. I mean, there's even some text on screen as you're speaking here that says, yes, I could have been nicer and said, please wait your turn. I just stood in line for 30 minutes and got cut off. My instant reaction wasn't perfect, I can admit that. Hindsight is always 20/20. We then also see here that Sarah actually ended up messaging Flora after seeing that the video was posted and says, hey Flora, I'm the girl in the video you posted. I'm just really taken aback by the video because this is not reflective of my character and really taken out of context. Me and everyone else waited over 30 minutes in that line, and I was getting my photo taken and you cut the line. I have videos of me waiting and the girls in front of me, as well as me taking photos of my friend right before. As someone whose entire focus is on uplifting and empowering women, the last thing I'd want to do is make someone uncomfortable as an... I can't really see what's said here with the green screen effect. I just think it's unfair to leave out the context of cutting 25 to 30 girls in line that waited 25 to 30 minutes. And I was getting my photo taken and you cut in front. At this point, the video's obviously already blown up, but I wanted to apologize if I made you feel uncomfortable. But with the context, I hope you can see that was obviously not my intention. Now, Sarah does also go on to mention that Flora didn't end up responding to this. And now at this point, with Sarah uploading this video, kind of giving her side of the story, as well as like multiple people kind of uploading videos that we'll get to, the public opinion definitely changed. If you look at any of the comment sections now, it seems like pretty much everybody is on Sarah's side. And I will say, if Flora really did, and again, obviously I wasn't there, right, so I don't know for 100% fact, but if Flora really did like just leave out that main bit of context and made it look as if she'd waited in the queue and then Sarah came along and was like, you know what, fuck your photo, that is obviously out of order, especially with the fact that the video went viral and Sarah started getting a bunch of hate. Now again, I wasn't there, right, So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if that really is the case, it just seems like such a bizarre thing to do.
I'm not someone who wants to tear down other women. It is what my whole platform is basically built on. I am someone who actually just moved from a new city. I moved here alone. I find it so intimidating going to events, and I'm an extrovert. So the last thing that I would want to do is make somebody feel that way, and I actually feel so bad. I just think if all of this information was provided from the get-go, it would have allowed people to make a fair judgment on the situation. Personally think there was a deliberate reason why the context was left out. Maybe it was also a miscommunication. Maybe she didn't realize that there was a line.
Yeah, we will see a little bit later on that it seems like Flora's kind of response to all of this might have been that she didn't know that there was a queue, which could be true. I don't know how you would miss like the big line of people lining up to the thing you're about to go to, right? I'm not sure how that would happen, but again, who knows? But just going off what Sarah said there, like obviously if this extra context was added in the original video, it wouldn't have got the reaction that it did realistically. And from what I can tell with what everyone is saying here, the original video was up for quite a while. There was a lot of people making these response videos being like, why is your video still up when it's kind of been proven wrong? Now it has been deleted, right? So it did get removed eventually, but from what I can tell, it was up for a while. Now Sarah does go on to end this video by basically saying that she doesn't want anyone to go over and send hate to Flora.
I'll finish with saying whether your opinion has changed or not after seeing my video. We are human. I do not want anyone going over and spreading any hate, even if your opinion has changed, because that is the last thing that I stand for if that hasn't been made abundantly clear.
Sarah also went on to upload this video. It's kind of like a slideshow with some text. It says, I may have bitchy reactions, working on it, but I'd rather own my flaws than fake a narrative. How people expect me to react after getting cut off in a line I waited 30 minutes for to take a picture on a fucking red carpet as if that sentence isn't embarrassing enough. Me watching death threats roll in from a 5-second clip that was posted with zero context while getting flooded with comments, where's your apology, in quotation marks, as if I'm not watching this unfold with you while at my desk at my 9 to 5. I don't always act rationally, sometimes I act out of anger and regret it after. If you think I'm imperfect now, I'd invite you to meet every past version of myself. Everyone loves to scream about accountability, but it's never been about accountability. It's about feeling better about yourself by seeing someone else fail. Hope you enjoyed these photos because I literally openly put my biggest mistakes on the internet, so what I'm not going to do is let someone's misconstructed narrative define my character and you're here to see it. Now, if you remember earlier when I mentioned Julia's video, who kind of stitched the original video, that's the reason we can actually see it at this point. This is where we're actually going to get to the rest of Julia's video, because she was actually at the event. And as you can probably guess from what I said earlier, Julia is very much on the side of Sarah.
Just as an FYI, like I was standing right in front, okay? I was right in front the entire time because I was helping everyone take their fucking pictures. This video is so out of fucking context. You should be disgusted with yourself. I'm not even joking. The fact that you made this girl in the gold dress look like a complete monster when she and her friend were taking pictures in front of the fucking sign, and you decided to post that, let it continue running, get more views, get more likes, get more followers, because that's what everybody fucking wants, is pathetic. Pathetic. And the fact that this girl is getting bullied for something completely out of context. The place was packed. Everyone was trying to take a picture in front of that fucking red carpet scene. And you decided that this was a smart idea. This is why I don't attend influencer events in Montreal, because everyone wants to make you look like you're a rude fucking bitch. They want to make you look like you're a fucking monster. But in reality, everyone is so lovely.
Yeah, so from what I can tell here, there's obviously a few possibilities of what's happened. Possibility one, which does seem to be maybe the least likely when you bear in mind everything that we're kind of seeing in this video, is that Flora did wait in line, went to go and take the photo, and then Sarah kind of cut her off. Possibility two is that Flora knew she cut the line and got this video of kind of Sarah going into the shot and decided to post this video and purposely make it look as if Sarah was being a bit of a dickhead. Or possibility three is that Flora didn't realise that there was a queue and didn't realise that she was cutting people off and genuinely thought it was her chance to take a photo, and then Sarah, seeing that, thought Flora was just cutting in line on purpose, and that's how the video played out. I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on which possibility you think it is, or maybe it's a different possibility, maybe I didn't mention them all. Now, Julie does go on to end this video by saying that no one should be bullied for something that just isn't true.
Pathetic. Pathetic. That really infuriates me. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't think anyone ever deserves to get bullied over something that is really out of fucking context and not true at all. And if you were standing there, you would fucking see it for yourself.
Now, I did come across another video by a user called I'm That Mama, or Hazel, and it's basically a screen recording, as we can see here, kind of showing like a bunch of people supporting Sarah in this situation. We can see another video here, I believe this was Sarah's friend who went before her that Sarah mentioned. But what I'm interested in here is that we see this video by Flora that is no longer live, we can't see it. We hear a couple of seconds of audio in the screen recording, but we don't really get much from it.
Je trouvais ça important de venir vous donner mon point de vue de la situation, de clarifier.
Okay, so that's literally it, right? She says it's important for people to see my point of view. But interestingly, we also see some text on screen here, which I'm pretty positive Hazel put in the video because it's much higher quality than the text we can see in the screen recording. And it says, sorry, didn't know there was a line, which I assume is a response to what Flora goes on to say in this video. So I can't say this for 100% certainty because I haven't seen the video, unfortunately. But from what I've gathered here, just based on this, again, I'm not 100% sure, that Flora might go on to say that she didn't know that there was a queue. She didn't know that she was cutting it in. Now, the only video that Flora does currently have live that is kind of about the situation is this one right here, where it's just some music playing in the background, showing some clips at this L'Oreal event, as we can see right here, and there's some text on screen that says, this is your reminder to never give up on your dreams. 5 years ago, I never would have believed I'd be standing here invited by L'Oreal. I mean, clearly it's not really a direct response to the situation, it's kind of just involving the event where this took place. But all the other videos have been removed at this point, the comments are also off as well. Yeah, I assume that maybe Flora isn't going to address it any further, and that's kind of where we're at. So I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below of what you think's happened here, because there is some unanswered questions of like the intentions and what actually happened in the original video. So bearing in mind everything we spoke about, again, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel, we've been uploading a lot more on it recently, kind of doing some like vlogs, like traveling vlogs, stuff like that. If you're interested in any of that, that's always linked in the description. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.